Hello YouTube, what's up? So today I want to talk about gloves. So I'm going to talk from top of food chain. These are my gloves that I have to the bottom of the food chain. Now this, you don't know this probably in Europe. Maybe this is a German firm called FML. Quite good. Yeah, this is my everyday glove. This is my winter glove, Alpine Stars, Polar. Yeah, this is my everyday rain glove. This is my new Knox summer glove, and this is when I go out for a really hard burn. Yeah, so we'll talk about gloves. Why are gloves so important? And some key features of gloves. So why are gloves important? I'll tell you for why. When you fall, the first thing that you're going to do is put your hand out. Yeah, your hands always get a battering when you deck it on a motorbike. So gloves are very important. Knuckle protection is a major key. You'll see all of my gloves here, all have hard shelled knuckles. Yeah, if you break your knuckles, your hand's fucked, basically. So what do you want to look for? Well, depending on your price class. I have gloves here. For this one, costs €50. These cost I think 140. These cost 90. These were also about €80, and these were 140. Alright, some of the turn them all over. We start with this. This is the GP0. Yeah, and this is just basically my everyday glove. These are now knackered. Yeah, but you have underpalm protection. So I get in closer here so you can have a look. This little pad here. They're not that good. They're just for every day really. And you have carbon top. And you have a look. You have carbon top, ventilation. It's just like my everyday hack. It is carbon here, but it's flexible. And this is really not that brilliant, but you know, for every day it's okay. Very comfortable. It's my winter glove. This one I can actually put it on. 1 second. Oh, yeah. So, what you should look for in a glove is fitment. Yeah, how does it fit? These fit me really good actually. Yeah, you see on the top of the knuckles I have my carbon. On the lower of the knuckles I have some extra shock protection. They're Gore-Tex and they are really dry, but in my opinion they're a bit overpriced. Yeah, okay, the stitching is really good. They're textile leather, Gore-Tex. Yeah, you have a not bad feel. Yeah, but a little bit overpriced in my opinion. They were quite expensive. This is my, hold on, I'll put it on for you. 1 second. Oh, good enough. So, hold on, it's not in properly. Give me a sec. So, these have a great fit as you can see. I've got carbon hard shell, even on the knuckles. Yeah, it's a mixture of synthetic leather, Kevlar here on these pads. The slider is very important, I'll get to that in a minute. And they are really waterproof. And they cost half the price of my winter gloves. Yeah, and they're just as warm. And they're 100% dry. If you're in Europe, you can go on FML Motor Racing Technology Clothing. Tip it in Google and you come directly off their website. FML have actually good products, yeah, depending on your price class. But this is, like I said, this is my everyday going to work backwards and forwards glove. Some of the features of this glove, which I really do like, I've worn this a lot of time. This here, this is a Kevlar, so it doesn't tear so easy. You have hard shell on the knuckles and on the tips and on the heel. What's really important, like I say, is these are sliders. They're really important. So you got to think when you fall, you're going to put your hand down and you have this action. Yeah, and that's why here's all reinforced with Kevlar. I've had them for about 2 years, 2 or 3 years now, and they're still good. They're still waterproof. Yeah, they have Simtex. They have different systems of waterproofing. These are Gore-Tex, is the king, as everyone knows. These are Simtex. It's also not bad. This is my new glove. 1 second. Yeah, so you can get a good look at it from Knox. Really is a good glove. Turn it over for you. As you see, it's a top quality glove. I ain't had them long, and they are really superior. You could say it's, in my opinion, the Rolls Royces of gloves. This is my summer everyday glove. Yeah, great features. Yeah, you have hard tips, great fit, really good feel, and mega protection. I was never a fan of these half-face gloves, you know, these shorties as they're called. Yeah, but I am really impressed with these gloves. Yeah, you can go off their website, check them out. Yeah, I'm not promoting anything, but just want to go. People really underestimate how important gloves are, and I got a couple of friends that have had some major crashes, and like I say, your kit is everything. Yeah, when you go to buy gloves, put them on, check them out. Most motorbike shops, they have like a little handlebar with brakes, so you can have a little feel and see what the car feels like. Like I said, I've only had these I don't know, about a week or something. Yeah, and the ride in them is superior. I've read up on them. Yeah, and it was actually quite a spontaneous buy. Yeah, and like I said, the protection is mega. I'll just slip into it. Hold on. Oh, yeah. 1 second. There you go. And as you can see, the glove is just mega. And this is really cool. You just, oh shit, my camera keeps on falling over. Click this down, tighten, and you have a perfect fit. Yeah, they have mega wrist protection, is there. They have these patented Knox sliders, which I'm a really big fan of. Yeah, they work really well. Yeah, and they don't get in the way when you actually are riding. They have perforated for mega airflow, and they come off so easily, it's unbelievable. Yeah, I hope this all comes out well. Pop this up, and gloves off, and you come out. Really good quality glove. I know when you're going out for a hack, then you want this one. This also has Kango leather on the inside. Yeah, Knox sliders. It has ABS hard shell on the side of your wrists, on the front. Yeah, and then you see like these little bubbly things. Yeah, this is basically a honeycomb diffuser. What it does is it absorbs the impact and also lets you slide. And if you see, they're all on the slide. It's this action that I said, when you fall, you put your hand out, natural reaction, and it's called hyperextension. And a lot of people, yeah, actually suffer from broken wrists, broken collarbones, broken shoulders, because they got shit gloves on basically. When you fly, high sider or even a low sider, the first thing you do is your natural reaction to put your hand out. Yeah, and let's face it, if you've got broken hands, you can't ride. Yeah, so like I said, these are top quality gloves, these ones and these ones. Yeah, this is supposed to be a top quality glove, but yeah, Alpinestars, if I was going to rate this glove, I would give it maybe a 6 plus, 6.5. If I'd rate this glove, I would give it maybe a 7, 7.5. If I'd rate this glove, yeah, which is a cheapie, I would give it, I don't know. Well, I've had this for a long time. It served well. Safety features, yeah, say 4.5. Yeah, if I'd rate the Knox, yeah, I would give this glove definitely a 9 plus, so a 9.5. They are really great gloves, and if I'd rate this glove, I would probably give it also a 9. Yeah. What's really important when you buy gloves is see the fingers. Yeah, it's no good having a glove. Yeah, like I can show you on this one. I slip into it. Hold on. Everything's going pear-shaped today. It's the fingers. The fingertips, when you touch down like this, how much play you see, I only have a little bit. Yeah. And like I said, features is you see this black thing here in the middle of the glove. This also deflects energy. It also gives you a really good grip. Yeah, and you have fantastic feel. Now you're going to ask me, okay, what's the big deal? Blah blah blah. A lot of money for gloves. I was also one, I didn't like to shell out loads of cash for gloves. As I'm getting older, my body is getting fragiler, shall we say, and you feel the need better to protect yourself. Yeah, well, in my case it's so, especially that we're riding like lunatics at the moment, which we haven't done a lot of riding, but when we do get out, it's like really on the ball, shall we say. Yeah, because we never speed or do anything illegal. Yeah, but these gloves, these are the gloves that I will wear if I'm going out with a hat with my mates, and I would also wear the Knox. Yeah, they're really good, superior. This is also like the features, like I was saying, you have this anti-slide there on the side. Yeah, fitment's very important, feel is very important, and how much wrist protection do you have? Now on these you can see I've got hard shells, sliders, everything. This is basically a race spec glove. Yeah, where when you go to your Knox, your shorty, this is a street glove. Stunt riders also use them. Yeah, great features. It's goat skin, which is, feels incredible. It feels like it's going to tear, but apparently it's really strong. I've read up on them. A couple of people have stacked it. One stacked it in the TT, and he said without these gloves he would lost his use of his hand. Yeah, so the fitment is very different now to other gloves, or to the FML. These fit me really good. My ring finger's a little bit shorter, and it's really stumpy. I have really short, stumpy hands, so glove fitment is a bit hard. And with this finger here is a little bit too long, but it doesn't stir me. I mean, as long as it doesn't disturb from going from the handlebars to the lever, then it's okay. Yeah, the Polar, like I said, in my opinion, they're a bit overpriced. If this glove was going like for 90 euros, then it'd be well worth it. I mean, I'm really lucky I didn't pay the full price, because the model was changing to the Polar Plus 2, and I got these cheaper, and I actually did end up paying about 90 quid for them. Yeah. Wrist protection, you see, you got this flimsy stuff, and okay, you got a big ass pad in there that may take a little bit of shock, and it is breathable. Here is Kango leather. This is supposed to be rind, which is cow skin, and then you have this textile, yeah, which is comfortable, elastic on the knuckles. Yeah, and as you see, I mean, most people just show you a brand new glove and how great it is and blah blah blah, but you need to see a glove after it's been worn a season or two on how it wears. Like I can say with my cheapy gloves, I've had these like, I don't know, 2 or 3 years, and you see there on the thumb is just a little tiny hole, so these are actually going in the bin now. Yeah, they serve their job very well for everyday purposes. Yeah, like I say, you have an impact spot, but you know, a little bit on the side. You know, if I'm just going to work and coming home and going to work, I don't live very far. Yeah, but saying that, those are usually when it's actually the time when you do stack it. Yeah, so in general, you just want to be safe. You want to have a glove that gives you good protection. Yeah, and I don't know about wherever you are, but I can tell you here in Germany, if you're not properly protected, the health insurance is not obliged to pay you a full hospital bill. Yeah, so you really do want to protect yourself if ever you come to Germany. And I know lots of people from Czechoslovakia, yeah, or from Italy, Austrians, they like to come over to here because they like to use our autobahns where we have no speed limit, which is fun. Yeah, and yeah, gloves are important. So when you go to look for a glove, I would definitely recommend, like all of mine have, is a hard shell on the knuckle. Yeah, this is really, really, really important. Yeah, because like I say, if you break your knuckles, I broke my knuckle once. You can see it there. Yeah, it's not fun. Yeah, and you can't do fuck all. Yeah, you can't pick anything up, you can't drop anything, you can't hit anyone, you can't do anything. Yeah, they're all pretty good. And like I say, the more you invest in gloves, there's so much technology in gloves that people just do not understand or don't realize. I mean, like with these Knox gloves, they have a honeycomb here, memorable foam, yeah, and basically it molds to the shape of your hand when you grip in the bar, yeah, and then the honeycomb adjusts the same as these also have honeycomb. I actually have a suspicion, FML denied it, I asked them but they denied it, but I actually reckon this glove is made by Knox as well, because it has so many same features as this glove. Yeah, you have also a honeycomb memorable transparent foam, whatever the fuck it's called. Yeah, but this actually forms to the shape of your knuckles, and when you have like a massive thing like this, yeah, it is pretty comfortable. Yeah, you don't want this bit to bite or disturb or feel uncomfortable when you're riding. It's important that a glove is comfortable, yeah, for a rider, and you have good feel and good access to all of your controls. You can hit the horn, you can hit the blinkers if you need them, I don't know, high beam, yeah. So functionality is very important, but also protection. That's the main reason why you buy gloves. You see gloves where here is just a bit of padding. Believe me, don't even look at them. Just put them on the side, and a salesman will probably try and sell you saying blah blah, yeah, for your price, these are great. When you go into a shop, when you're buying any piece of kit, ask them, does he actually ride, or he or she, the salesman or saleswoman, do they actually ride? A lot of them don't, amazingly. And then you can say, well, you know, that's questionable. How do you know that that's a good glove, or that's a good glove, or that's a good glove? You never worn it. Yeah. So you want to find a shop where you actually find some trust in, and people that actually ride. Yeah, you can look up on, there's loads of websites or internet shopping websites that do good reviews. I mean, really in-depth reviews. I'm just a rider, the same as all of you. But I can tell you from my experience, these two are definitely the top of the food chain. Yeah, I mean, there's loads of other gloves manufacturers, what people will know, maybe like Held. Yeah, a lot of people like Held gloves, which are really good because they got this little whisher there. Actually, these gloves have this too. It's on the other hand now. Yeah, they have this little screen that you can just wipe your visor when it's pissing down with rain, like it is today, which is very practical, I must admit, very practical. But with Held gloves, I've had a couple of pairs of them and they tear. I've had one that's teared right down the seam here, and another one that's teared in the inner. And this was after like a really short time, maybe about 2 months of just normal wearing. I didn't have an accident in them or something. So that was recommended me by a shop that I would never go again. And I had I had the Saito from Held, yeah, which is a touring glove, which I'd never buy again. Yeah, and yeah, I'm not really a big fan of Held gloves, and I'm not really a big fan of Alpinestars gloves. It's my second pair of Alpinestars, and I'll never buy Alpinestars gloves again. Yeah. When you can see what's out there on the market, I mean, don't write off a glove just because it's a name you don't know. You don't know this name. I'm 100% sure you do not know this name. Probably people in Germany would definitely know this name. They say, yeah, he goes to Polo, because Polo mainly sells this product, FML. People in Austria, maybe in Switzerland, might know this name. There's a couple of shops there, but they do have some really good stuff, and they're subcontracted. Some of their leathers are made by Spiky, which are also great leathers, and it's also fitment for protection. Yeah, it doesn't matter whatever you buy, if it's gloves, leathers, helmet, it's got to fit properly that you get the maximum protection. Yeah, so I just want everyone to stay safe, and I want to say I'm sorry that I haven't been online that much, but really busy at the moment. And yeah, stay safe, buy good kit, because that's all you got at the end of the day is your kit. I cannot stress this enough. You want a helmet, yeah, that does not move when you put on your helmet. I wouldn't buy anything underneath fiberglass. Yeah, so fiberglass is the minimum material that I would buy. You get these helmets with Trimix, which is basically fiberglass, carbon fiber, and a bit of Kevlar. Yeah, I'm a big fan of HEV helmets. I think they're great helmets. Price, yeah, is affordable, because let's admit, but you know, you shouldn't really skimp on the price of your helmet. That is the maximum thing that you should basically be prepared to give money out for. Yeah, because when you hit, they can fix everything. They can fix your spine up to a point. They can fix your ribs. They can fix your arms. They can give you new knees. They can give you new hips. Yeah, but when your head goes wrong, mate, you're screwed. You're really screwed. So the helmet is one thing not to skimp on. I'd rather save up a month or two longer and buy myself a better quality helmet, like an AGV or an Arai or a Shoei, yeah, which is basically, in my book, the three top names. I looked at these, was it X-Lite helmets? They seem very good, but in my experience, Noland, I've seen a couple of people come off of Noland and they're in wheelchairs nowadays. Yeah, I've had 2 crashes with an AGV helmet. One where I headbutted the wall about 160k, and I walked away. No neck, no brain damage. I walked away. About 4 hours later, after I was in the hospital after the accident, I was home. Yeah, so a good helmet is essential. Your leathers, if you wear leathers or you wear textiles, I wear both for every day or long tours. Yeah, textiles are a lot more comfortable. Yeah, leathers is basically for, I don't know, 2 or 3 hour good hack on the back roads. Then I wear leather. Yeah, or if you go to a track, is mandatory. You have to wear leather. Yeah, so like I said, you want it to fit properly and be comfortable, but at the same time, maximum protection. A lot of suits nowadays, they all have the same protectors in them. Yeah, you can actually slide out the protectors or change them, and it's one thing I will be looking into. I mean, not many people know this, but this firm, zoom in there, Knox, they invented the back protector. Yeah, it started off in the early 80s, so late 70s, early 80s, and this was the man who invented the back protector, and everyone else just copied him. And they have a couple of really good products that I will be looking into. Like I say, I'm not advertising or anything. I just want people to know, in my opinion, what's good, what's value for money, yeah, and what's absolutely shit. Yeah, and like I said, when you look at this glove, this is a bit shitty actually. Yeah, there's no protection there, so you just have this little tiny pad. What that will bring, I don't know. Not much. Where if you look at like the topper end food chain gloves, you have this slider. These have the slider too. Alpinestars does not have a slider, and it's a winter glove. Yeah, which I can imagine if you ride in the snow, you will definitely stack it. Yeah, which is a bit weird. Even my cheap waterproof everyday glove has a slider. Yeah, which the slider is very important, because when you hit, I can't stress this enough. Yeah, when you hit, all this energy, yeah, that goes from the bottom of your hand here, yeah, goes up your forearm, into your elbow, and then into the shoulder. And this energy's got to go somewhere, yeah. And basically what these sliders do, yeah, the gloves that have the sliders, is they divert the energy. The energy does not go into your arm, it goes away from your hand. So basically, if you imagine the point of impact comes down like that, as soon as it hits the slider, it's diverted straight like that, boom, away from your hand. That's the whole point of the sliders. And you can see the quality of the sliders. Some are different, yeah. This is just really cheaply mucked. It is carbon, but yeah. Anyone who's ever seen carbon on an impact knows it just shatters. It just basically crumbles, the same as fiberglass. Yeah, but like I said, be safe. Yeah, you know, your everyday stuff, or depends on what riding you do. If you're doing touring, you might want to buy a tour glove, but look for these sliders and look for the side of the hand. You see my Gooder gloves, they all have on the side of the hand. Even my cheapy everyday glove, yeah, it's Kevlar. And like I said, tear factor is dramatically reduced by Kevlar, and you just have this inlay. That's all it is, it's just overstitched. But like I say, be safe, and I hope to see you soon.